possessed creatures behaving unnaturally and controlled by dark and mysterious forces. That's right, I'm talking about zombies, and real ones too. Organisms being compelled against their will is more common than you'd think. Watch on to learn about some of nature's real-life zombies. Number 1. Pillbug. Roly-poly bugs, potato bugs, pill bugs, they're cute and innocuous members of the insect world, right? Sure, as long as they haven't been taken over by an acanthocephalan parasite. According to the University of Michigan's Animal Diversity Web, the parasite lives in the intestinal tracts of starlings and gets pooped out and eaten by hungry pillbugs, which love bird poop. Once inside the body of an oblivious roly-poly, the parasite takes over its brain and urges the zombified bug to do ill-advised things, such as making its whereabouts widely known to predators like starlings. And thus the parasite completes its journey when a starling swoops in and eats the zombie pillbug, and the parasite waits for its chance to find another bug upon which to practice mind control. Number 2. Zombie ant. Ophiocordyceps unilateralis is a pretty inconspicuous fungus at first glance. You wouldn't think twice if you came across it. But this unassuming fungus has a gruesome superpower. It can infect ants and use them to do its bidding. That's why it's called the zombie ant fungus, and ants infected by it are called zombie ants. The unfortunate ants that do get infected leave their nest, searching for an area with the right temperature and humidity that the fungus likes. They also start producing antibacterial substances that protect the fungus. The ants' entire lives revolve around their new fungal overlord, relegated to a mere vessel. Infected ants typically use their mandibles to attach themselves to the underside of a leaf. They remain there, serving only to support the fungus. In many cases, the fungus starts growing from the ant's head, releasing its spores in the process. This is a stunning adaptation of the fungus. The scariest part about it is that this isn't even a single fungus. Over 200 Ophiocordyceps species have been described, although it's unclear how many of them can create zombies. Number 3. Zombie cockroach. The emerald cockroach wasp, or jewel wasp, is a solitary wasp with a distinctive green appearance. The wasp is mostly found in tropical regions, where it has developed one of the most brutal reproduction strategies. Females of this wasp species target a specific type of cockroach. They inject venom to paralyze and incapacitate the cockroach. Then, if the unfortunate insect is incapacitated, it injects a specific venom directly into the cockroach's ganglia. The wasp can't carry the cockroach, but it wants to feed it to its yet-unborn larvae, so it turns it into a zombie. After the cockroach is zombified, the wasp proceeds to eat half of each of its antennae, and then leads it to the wasp's burrow by pulling on its antenna remains like a leash. Then it lays 1 or 2 eggs inside the cockroach's legs and seals the hole. The wasp larva will emerge and eat the roach's internal organs, killing it. Once properly fed, the larvae form a cocoon inside the cockroach's body. They emerge as adults from the cockroach and start looking for other cockroaches to mess up. Number 4. Zombie caterpillar. The caterpillars have the misfortune of becoming infected by a virus called baculovirus. The baculovirus infects all sorts of insects and arthropods. But it has a bizarre effect on caterpillars. When it infects a caterpillar, it causes it to start eating continuously without resting. The caterpillar just eats, and at some point, climbs to the higher part of a tree, where it would normally not be. There, they just explode. Upon exploding, they spread the virus further down, where it has a higher chance of infecting other caterpillars. Number 5. Zombie spider. Spiders can be grisly hunters in their own right, but one wasp has found a way to spin it against them. Researchers found that a previously unknown species of the Zadypoda wasp can manipulate spiders from the Anelisimus eximius species to a shocking extent. The wasp injects its offspring into the abdomen of spiders, and from there on, the spider is compelled to do what the wasps want. The spider spins a cocoon-like web that allows the larva to develop. It consumes the spider and starts its adult life. So as if wasps weren't scary enough as it is, turns out wasps and zombies go hand in hand. Number 6. Killifish. Even sea-dwelling animals can't escape from body-snatching parasites. Euoplercus californiensis, a species of parasitic flatworm, can infiltrate the brains of California killifish and cause them to swim to the water's surface, exposing them to flying predators that feast on their fins. Once inside their new fish homes, these tiny flatworms reproduce and form thousands of cysts within their host. According to a 2008 study in the journal Proceedings of the Royal Society B, the flatworm changes the fish's serotonin and dopamine metabolism to control the fish's movements. And that leads it to constantly swim up to the surface of the ocean to be available for birds to prey on it. Number 7. Zombie rat. One of the best ways for a parasite to spread is to be eaten by its host's natural predators. So, Toxoplasma gondii can change the behavior of its host. However, in some species, Toxoplasma gondii will cause its zombie host to walk straight into a predator's mouth. A 2013 study found that mice infected with Toxoplasma gondii showed high levels of testosterone in their systems, making them less afraid of cats. Another study suggested infected rats feel a type of sexual attraction to the smell of cat urine, making them more likely to live near their feline foes. Rodents are not alone in this toxoplasmus-induced behavior. According to a study published in Current Biology, infected chimpanzees show no fear when confronted with the urine of leopards, their only natural predators. Number 8. Zombie frog. For some frog species, being a zombie comes with temporary perks. In a 2016 study published in the journal Ecology and Evolution, researchers found that male common mist frogs infected with a fungus called Batrachochytrium dendrobatitis were more successful at finding a mate compared with uninfected frogs. Infected males called for a female mate more during the night than uninfected frogs, which may explain their reproductive success. A 2016 study in the journal Biology Letters found similar results while observing male Japanese tree frogs infected with the same fungus. In that study, infected males called for a mate more rapidly and produced longer calls than uninfected frogs. Number 9. Zombie wolves. Parasite puppeteers are pulling wolf strings in Yellowstone National Park, goading the canines into taking greater risks, according to a 2022 study published in the journal Communications Biology. The parasite is a single-celled organism called Toxoplasma gondii, which only reproduces in cats. Toxoplasma gondii causes a disease called toxoplasmosis that comes with a range of symptoms, including increased testosterone levels and behavioral changes. Researchers suspect the Yellowstone wolves were exposed to Toxoplasma gondii after eating the feces of infected cougars. Once infected, the wolves were more likely to exhibit risky behaviors, such as abandoning their packs to form new ones or asserting themselves as pack leaders. Behaviors that likely require vicious fights and may lead to death. The researchers proposed that this behavior could influence the rest of the pack and increase the likelihood that uninfected individuals encounter infected cougars, the study authors wrote. Number 10. Mud crab. It's a story of crab meets barnacle with a twist. A female Saculina barnacle, also known as the crab hacker barnacle, wants to nest inside a crab. So, it looks around until it finds soft tissue at the crab's joint to burrow into, leaving its old barnacle body behind. Once inside, the barnacle makes a nice little home that looks like a tumor, extending tendrils through the crab's body and slowly eating its host. After killing the sex organs of its new host, the barnacle makes its still living home become the babysitter, as the crab loses interest in anything but serving its zombie overlord. According to the Smithsonian Institution, the barnacle manipulates the crab to care for the barnacle like it would its own offspring, protecting it, grooming it, and wafting it with fresh oxygenated water. The barnacle also bores a hole through the crab's shell and invites willing males to come and mate. So these are the zombies in the real world. What do you think about these animals? Really, this world is very wonderful, isn't it? However, if you enjoyed this video, then like, comment, share, and subscribe us.